Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How are we doing? We're here and we're live and loud, hopefully. We'll see how long we get through it. Fist bumps to you all. It was my birthday yesterday. Some of you might know this, some of you probably don't. But I had a bit of an issue. Couldn't actually talk yesterday. So today's a bit of a test more than anything. I've been to the dentist. I've had to get a bit of a thingy-my-bobber sorted out. Don't need to go into the details of all that. And I thought, let's just fire on a wee stream and we'll just try it out. We'll see how we get on because... yeah, talking's kind of important to me. So we'll see how long I can, how all this pans out. I can already feel it starting to irritate me. I tried to go live on Satara here to kind of kick off everything I'd planned to do. I definitely need to talk quieter and slower on Satara here. And I was going to do that in the morning, come over here on the big channel where I had midweek deadline stuff. And then we had some MFL matches I wanted to watch at night time. So it's my birthday, all that kind of stuff. But after the morning one, I went for 3 minutes and I really just couldn't talk the rest of the day. It was my tongue just got really, I need to slow down. I need to take my time. I might not be able to do lives for a wee minute. I've got, anyway, thanks very much, guys. Fist bumps. Thanks for the birthday messages. 38 now. And you know, I say this with absolute sincerity, right? But see, when I realised I couldn't work, and even when I was like, this might be a real problem for me, I can't tell you how bummed out I was. It actually ruined my day. So when I came out of the dentist earlier with things feeling a bit better, I said to the missus, oh, it'll be birthday part 2, because yesterday didn't even, honestly, it just absolutely ruined my day. That I couldn't hang out with you guys for at least a little bit and get into some magic like we normally do. And also last night, I had rewards and stuff come in. So probably as good a place as any to kind of pick up with. Because I got a card. I won a tier 2 out of champ, division 2 rare. Drum roll. It's a good one. Oh, there we go. Pablo Fornals. I was quite happy to see that. I've got no need or want for him, obviously. He's worth about 40 quid, so I might do a wee bit of degenning. Oh, a wee instant buy just went quite punchy. Oh no, that was ages ago. Ignored that. Yeah, he's not actually had any movement recently. That's interesting. But anyway, I've got that to play around with. Has he been used? No, there's some secondary market pieces. It's not as if there's no supply in the market or anything. So that's peculiar. But anyway, I've got him to play with. And as you guys will be able to see, the keen-eyed regulars on the channel, we've got 1700 essence here. So we'll be able to do a wee craft and a wee turn and burn. But just as we're waiting for you guys to catch up, for me to slow down and get into a small tempo where I can manage, I've got some midweek teams. So no Champions League action for me last night. Everything I've got in my Champions League Classic team runs tonight. It's a kind of half Bayern, half Atleti stack with then Rafinha captain. So it feels kind of fun. Hopeful for tonight. And then for Europa League, I threw Andy Irvine in. I just thought at home to AZ, I think the first leg went quite well. They're either winning or they're drawing. And yeah, why not? Everything else kind of speaks for itself, really. Signs was my only forward, so if he doesn't start, I'm not really too butthurt about it. It's just what it is. Fair enough. Last night, by the way, Sensio penalty concession kind of ruins the stack. Arcatoglio off the bench wasn't great as captain here, but yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm still quite hopeful for Team 1. Goalkeeper's not terrible. It's also not great. Not going to win anything, but Asensio sort of rescuing himself and some big hitters potentially alongside. Could be okay. My wee Man City sort of situation fell on Bernardo Silva last night and Tani. But check this out. The giveaway team with Messi captain in it had Kante. Nice, isn't it? And then we've got the ex-Celts around that as well. Idaguchi not off to a good start this morning. And I've got a wee Seattle collection here with Madranda DNP. Oh, yeah, it's really sore. Division 3, so yeah, I think I might need to stick to recording for a little while. I'm not sure lives is going to be something I can definitely keep up with, because I'm always just dead cautious of dead air. So I've got my window open, so sorry for any background noise, I should have caught that. But I was mainly thinking we'll just go on as a bit of a test and just see how I get on. So anyway, a wee bit of midweek action. I've had a wee early glance into the weekend. Road to Glory stuff. I think we did that on Monday, in fact, together, didn't we? I was just kind of playing around with it. Maybe afters or laters, I forget. But with that for nows, I've got my little limited $3, which is £2. Maybe we could trade into a solution for Bundesliga. It's maybe one of the things to think, as well as maybe some other NYC piece, maybe a Thiago Martins or a Tavon Gray, something like that, which could be very useful for me for a very long time. So very much at the beginning of the season. And then doing the early kind of salvo over the weekend, like challenger stuff. I've got some good guys. Nothing's super amazing. Bit of rotation from midweek, and I'm sure there'll be some nightmares right around the corner. No turkey. And then, yeah, I've not touched this since we played around with it on Monday, but yeah, we've got a bit of a team there, don't we? Trip to the dentist, not a very happy. Yeah, no, definitely not, Gareth. I thought I tried to get. So what happened was I thought it was my tongue. It was my tongue, but what it is I actually broke a wee bit of my tooth, and it was like super sharp. And when I'm talking, it was just like cutting my tongue essentially. The dentist is kind of anyway. I'm not going to go into details, but it's a bit better. I thought it was a lot better, but now sitting talking with you guys at length, I see it's just a wee bit better. TBC over the next little while with that. But yeah, thanks for the happy birthday messages, guys. Good to see it. Good to see you all here. So before I do anything, I want to craft because that will also not a good number there. That will also maybe fill me up with some more ammunition to maybe go and trade into either an MLS or a Bundesliga rare. Standard draw, that's just lovely, which means we can spend on a clue. And we have a Bundesliga. So, one MLS makes it a teeny tiny bit intriguing. Oh no, we have two Bundesligas, don't we? What one do I like better? Yeah, I'm going to go top one. Mads Pettersson at Augsburg. Pairs with my goalkeeper if he's a player. The other one was Karl Hein, who's not been playing, but that'd have been an interesting card. La Liga was Cesar Azpilicueta. We could have won a Jota, which would have just been fun for first owner. Outside of that, I suppose this guy's he's not even worth keeping. I just assumed when I seen him, I thought, yeah, he starts. But clearly, he doesn't. I don't know why I assumed that. His name looks semi-familiar. But yeah, no, I'm not going to keep that, actually. Yeah, I don't think he's even worth keeping to use in trade bait or anything like that. So we'll just return him, get our essence back. And we get back up to 400 odd. Awesome. Let me have a wee look at my XP. We got some more XP in the bag last night, and I've been right on it. I've been an absolute sweat when it comes to getting my MLS guys XP'd up. I have been on it at every turn with these guys, getting all the main ones up that populate the primary teams as much as possible. Yeah, nobody's really around the corner, are they? 2 days, 9 hours for Keaton Parks and O'Toole. 1 day, 20 hours. 2 day, 20 hours. Yeah, we've actually got a few right around the corner. I think I want to keep this. No, I suppose we can do Parks easy enough. We still have plenty for Marcow. He's a priority, but yeah, I'll check back on that. I've been mad sweaty, as I say, just for making sure I keep on top of all that. So we look at the market for the missing NYC pieces. Thiago Martins, but is he kind of hovering around that? And do any bots hold him? He's around the 60 quid mark, no bots. And then let's look at Tavon. He is, wow, up at 60 quid too. He has really flown away. Solid 8A in that Colorado game. His L4 for the season, he's got to be up there with the top defenders. Fair play on the price increase, I suppose. Really gutted I never got Tavon. Okay, so I kind of half rules that out. Let's have a wee nosy at the market. And we want to look at rare in-season Bundesliga players. And I'm just going to put a price cap of like 35 quid. Hope you had a good birthday. Thanks, Mikey. Where's the lisp from the dodgy tongue? It's not quite lisping yet, I don't think, because it's at the back. I think if it was at the front, it might be lispy. I'm into a nice wee pace here. I'm actually quite comfortable with how I'm talking. Not that you guys care, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Oh, Drago. I don't think he's going to make it back this season, though. Really, yeah. Maybe after the international break. He would be kind of interesting, wouldn't he? Limer's maybe a wee bit underpriced. We don't really have much in season Bayern. Ideally, if we could get something fun that kind of enhances one of these little organic collections that I've got unfolding. So who do we have? We have won 2 Dortmund cards and 2 Gladbach cards, haven't we? So Anything that maybe goes along to help with that. Job. So that's just a fun card, isn't he? Not a bad card either, by the way. I did have some other guys in this division earlier this year that I kind of traded in and out of, like Kramaric and Sabitzer. Old favourites like that, maybe I'm a wee bit open to as well, potentially, but heard Laird mentioning Bahoya the other day as a forward card at Frankfurt, a very backable team. He might be happening. Yeah. Let's look at a game he didn't do so well. Still getting the AA is really building up for him. Yeah, I quite like that because he's not really been a starter. It's kind of mainly been his problem. Now he's starting 10 AA is kind of there. Yeah, so he's quite interesting. This guy's not a bot though, so unlikely to trade. There's Sabitzer again, tenor. Yeah. Galashy down to 15. I wonder where Van der Vert's at. Just curious, I suppose, because I don't need him. But yeah, Bahoya's kind of fun. Oh, yeah. I suppose the kind of Bundesliga midfielder that I kind of need to own is Manzambi. Because I was really up on that guy quite early. He's kind of peaked off, I think, a little bit, hasn't he? He's obviously out of this price range, or we would have seen him on screen, I'm sure, by now. But I would have hoped he might have been within range. Somebody like that, you know, like a new name or a kind of fun face. I've got some nice presents. Ooh, turned 11 quid leaderboard cash into all that MLS essence. Zimmerman and Schwacke. Nice. Well done, Mikey. Good hustle. Wee bit St. Patrick's Day luck. Who's with you? Let me know how I am for volume. I've got the mic really close to me. Yeah, I don't really see it. I might need to close my window. Tell me about background noise as well. I can just hear a wee bit of traffic. I don't want that to get involved. Who are we talking about there? Manzambi. He's just not getting any for sale at the moment. But yeah, his market price is right around what I'm after. Don't really need mids. I don't think that's a huge problem I need solved in Bundesliga. And I suppose he's probably got a lot of people using him midweek, which is why there's not really any of them for sale. I do have Lionheart and actually a Damu from this collection already. Lionheart I bought because he's an Austrian international ahead of the World Cup. So I've got like the whole Austria team essentially as it sits right now. This guy's Swiss, so he doesn't really paint into that. I'm just checking if any bots are carrying. Which for these guys it's just less likely, but it's always worth the check. Volume's all spot on. Lovely, Mikey, thank you. Oh yeah, okay, so I did just want to keep that as in season. Yeah. That's the kind of guy I'm kind of hoping for. MLS, I say I'm not really too keen. I'm quite happy where the MLS strategy is right now in terms of playing the one club and doubling up on players as and when possible. Leaderboards is just cash, isn't it? Hmm. Interesting. What I'm thinking about is a strategy we kind of got off the ground last season, where I actually got unlimited freeze in season. Ooh. Ahead of the rare. And what I'm thinking is if I did that, I could use that classic Messi. And then like Timo Werner. And then really who would have been in team 4? In this case, you'd have maybe the likes of O'Neill and Gustavo or something to that effect. Magno or something, I don't know. And that could be quite competitive on leaderboard, which could get you guys some stuff. Also could get me some stuff, which would be nice. He's a bit cheaper than what Fornals is, so I don't need to trade directly into him. None of these guys are traders anyway. But that's a little back in my head thought that I'm having right now. Because I did this last not that year. Yeah, it was that year, wasn't it? Oh no, I didn't. I played Classic Freeze that year, but I think I had in-season keepers. Oh, I can't remember now. I'm kind of losing my marbles with these depth strategies, how they started and then how they fleshed out. I think it was down mainly to in-season outfield depth, now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, here's an interesting thing to look at on the market. Again, thinking a wee bit about the Sociedad repeat thing a little bit. Could go New York City. And then card edition. Yeah, only one anime. Yeah, there's just not that many. I think all the early access ones are guys without pictures as well. Or maybe not. Tavon, Raul Gustavo, these guys could be specials if you opened them. We've got a Max Murray special there. That's kind of fun. I don't have £3, but buddy, how did you get it? £4 you paid. Offer him what's in my wallet, see what he says, eh? Not that I need it for any real good reason, but if he accepts it, it's my La Liga threshold, I suppose. Who cares? Afternoon, Liam. Good to see you. There's a good way of working out if the bots are carrying multiples or anything like that. Yeah, it's not really likely with some of the good cards. But that was the number one thing. Let's have a wee peek at missions for today. Decisive picker, Champions League player that gets booked, 2 fouls in Liverpool Gala, shots on target in Newcastle, Barca. Just pick the Barca front three, really. That's for Essence, yeah. Fouls in the Galatasaray game. Davison Sanchez not on to play. Frimpong, Robbo. I think I can go 2+ fouls. Is Robbo off the bench, maybe. Frimpong off the bench. Who suffers 2+ tackles. Who suffers 2+ fouls. I beg your pardon. Let's go Sani. Makes that a lot easier. Totally misread that. Discipline in Champions League. We're looking for a yellow or a red. I'm going to go Lenormand. A yellow or a red. I think Trippier isn't bad for that. Kim Min-jae could get booked. And then we'll get decisive picker. You probably hear a truck backing up. Apologies. Everything's a bit better, Rico, man. It's mainly my tongue more than anything. I had to get some work on a tooth for it. But yeah, everything's all good. I'm just slowing my flow down, I think's what I need to do. It's we're after decisives with this batch, aren't we? Cancelo's not a bad pick. Can we maybe kick him out if we get somebody better further on? Llorente loves any sort of decisive. Griezmann's a good pick also. Also don't mind a wee bit of Goretzka, but I've got some guys into the night here like Neymar. Even the Seattle boys. Yeah, I think I'll drop Cancelo for Rusnak. Llorente's fine. But is anyone better? Like maybe RDP. I think playing with Messi are just so game for a decisive, aren't you? I won limited Region, sold for 21, bought Maxi Morales, Rothrock, and Harry Toffolo to get streak 2 for MLS at the stage in my Sorare days. I need to win cash in game to buy players. It's a good way to go, Red or Dead. You know, it's very, you know, I couldn't talk, right? So I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders the last day or two. And I know not half, almost none of these will play it, right? But it's kind of like, you need to watch how much stuff you've got. And I started just running around with no stuff. And then what you can do when you're in game is make stuff, like health and whatever. And that's kind of like, it gave me kind of Sorare vibes in that sense of like winning the guys like I've done in Classic Champ Rare to bring that Bundesliga strategy to life. So like, it's a point everyone gets to at some point. Enjoy it. It's a good hustle. It's fun. I enjoy it. Got Tulio as my tier 1. Who's Tulio? Don't really know J League, but managed to get offload, managed to pick up Romans finally. Well done, Graham Lawson. Currently sitting 27th with 549 with Sporting Stack. Scores are hilarious. I love Arc Raiders, sunk so much hours into it. The game is class. Yeah, it's good fun. Every day we're hustling. Exactly. You said it, Mikey boys. But yeah. So been doing a lot of that the last day or so. So bummed out, honestly. I couldn't like hang out, do something yesterday. Decisive pick. I think I've only got Messi. I just realised we've got him, so we'll stick him in. And also, I was planning the next time we were live, which is now, to have a look at where we're at with sets, because look at this, guys. I got back up and running with a new streak. Tuesday night this would have been. No, or I don't know. Usual, yeah, Man City, Real Madrid. Oh, that was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, so last midweek, and then we had a weekend set. Eventually, we got through the weekend, hitting step 2. We're on step 3 coming into the midweek. And look at this, on Monday night, I had Levante and Brentford together. We finished on 330. We had to get 340. Maybe if I'd captained Otara, I'd have got it. If I'd played another mid over Shadi, I'd have probably got it as well. Gutted. But the rest of them play tonight. So we're hoping for an Athletic stack with Captain Rafi to hit 340, which is good crack. But I'm not quite at the point of 10 spins. How many spins? Can I see the wheel? No, I can't even look at it. I've got 15,000 essence, so I thought I might as well just spend a wee 10k next time I'm on my fees. Just open up some of this, see if we get any more achievements packed. Because I'm not going to say anything, right? But the next set isn't too far away. If you look at the run that's on this page, it says it's got like 3 or 4 days left on it. So let's have a look at that, sorry, before we go any further. 4 days, 8 hours is when this set ends. So bear that in mind, everyone. No point keeping Winter Essence in the next 4 days. Oh, I've just got a wee notification. Offer accepted. Yay, we got the wee guy for £2. Dimitrievski's a goalkeeper is a fun addition. So ideally, I need to finish some of these collections. I don't know, actually, is there any gems on the line? I'm not sure there is, but I maybe should look at the gems that are on, because I might have some easy ones, like get Man City cards, and I've got like none of them so far. So maybe I'll pause there, and can we go to play? And then is it, no, it's this one here. Yeah, so this is probably the one I'm closest to for 5 gems. Yeah, I think we'll tank on for that. Yeah, let's see any other gem things right around the corner. Right, okay, cool. Just had to double check that, just in case. So we get some gems to carry over. Okay, I should have kept the other gems we got, but I bought them for like the first time they did the day pack or something. A few more cards there, but not the big teams, sadly. Yeah, I'm probably going to take us down to like 4,000, 3,000 essence. So I only need, yeah, how many days are left? Yeah, I'm going to take it down to 3,000 essence, and there'll be some change on the end, I'm sure. Yeah, because that's all I need to cover for the next couple of days for the daily mission for the wheel spins. Gazaniga, there we go. I've got another wheel spin probably then. That's my first, yeah, my first 3-star pack, or 3-star player. So let's see, how many spins am I away? Oh, tomorrow I'll have to spin, I'll have 10 spins. That's fun. 1,000 essence. Do you know, I've never hit any of those good players ever. 1,000 or 2,000 essence, I think, has been the biggest thing I've hit on the wheel. It's another wee pack we can get the now, but which is fun. Oh, caramba. Let me know if you've been playing winter sets, success, pros, cons, feedback, thoughts, all that kind of stuff. More than happy to relay all of it and any of it to Sorare, of course. They, yeah, catch out the content. They'll probably be here in the live chat anyway, somewhere lurking. As they do. Again, guys, no comments on background noise. I'm assuming that means it's good. I've only hit a card once on the wheel. Nice, Mike. At least you've hit it. Means we all know it's possible now. But yeah, getting these remaining Barca players and stuff, we maybe need premium packs. But I'm not spending gems at this point. To get gems as well feels a bit redundant. I'm not even too sure precisely who we're missing. It will be like Yamal or something like that. But I've got some good guys out these packs, like Frankie de Jong, and I actually like the sets. I like it too. I like it too. It's been a real hair puller at sometimes, but with you know, losing your lives on stupid decisions you've made, it definitely needs an upgrade on the UI for, like, you should be able to pick the range of when games are being involved, because see, on a Monday, seeing guys that are playing at the weekend, it's just it's too busy, you know. Needs a better upgrade on that. Alvaro Valles, that's a new card as well. There we go, nice. Right, one more, screw it. So we'll get 2 wheel spins tomorrow. We're on 500 essence. That should about maxes out. Last pack. Have 3 Crepin Diata icebreakers, nice. I only got the 2, or maybe I did get 3. I got Dango Tara, Brahim Diaz on day 1, and I got a Moses Simon. So I've got a wee fancy Max Murray in the crib now. Number 3 as well. So that's cool. Now, I watched an NYC preseason game, and I could have swore they called the guy Kevin Pierre. You can filter to 24 hours, Thomas, yeah, but see if, like, that filter doesn't really work too well for, like, if you, even Monday, Tuesday, because if you're at Monday 6 o'clock and you put on 24 hours, you don't even see the Tuesday late games, if you get me. You need to really wait until, like, right up until kickoff if you want to get a gander on, oh, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, or anything like that, you know. So, and I don't know if they want to do the whole 24, 48, 72 thing, just give you days on the week to be able to check the boxes for. Because if you know, like, oh, I've got good cards playing Thursday and Tuesday, you can just go Tuesday, Thursday, you know. I've actually just vaulted all my Schmeichels today as well. Oh, I should vault the limited ones actually as well. Not done that yet. He has basically said today might have played as, you can do the playing next. Oh, I don't think I've noticed that. You can do percentages. I've tried that too. That's decent. I agree, but it's kind of still sensitive to the projections being done or not. And even at 80%, that's a bit high because, you know, maybe I can see the guy at 70% is cool. Schmeichel. Let's get rid of those limiteds. We hardly knew ye. Or maybe we did actually. It's fun while it lasted, big man. Like anything to unvault. I wonder. Boy Campagna's played the last two. No, he played 2 games. Oh, Vancouver FC. So he's playing for the Canadian team now. Tyler Adams in and out the team. Oh, KDB. We need to get him out the vault. Forgot he was in there. Is there anyone else I've forgotten is in here? Who do I think Celtic will sign? I think we're going to stick with Sinisalo, personally. Celtic are so cheap. There's a lot of business to be done. I would love us, if we're going to stick with Sinisalo, which is what I suspect we are going to do, I would love us to go out and sign like Tanny. Or we were linked in January to the backup at Boca, Leandro Bray. Somebody like that. I think if you're going to go with Sinisalo, which is what I believe they will do, I think you have to hedge. You have to get someone in who looks just as good as him. And hey, one of them will leave at the end of the season. Maybe Welsh was worth an unvolt. Shinho's on 100. That's hilarious. But I don't think they will, to be honest. I think they'll probably bring Scott Bain back or something mad like that, to be honest. Got another Iwata in here. Connor Hazard was that? International. Yeah, I don't think I'm really missing much in this vault right now. A lot of memories in here. Some of these cards are right throwbacks. Who do you think is managing Celtic next season? Thomas, everyone at Celtic would love Knutson. Like, there's so many Celtic fans that are just high on that guy and have been since they beat us a few years ago under Ange. Ange's first season, in fact, it was. We got eliminated out of the Europa League, and it was in the old format. So, third place in Europa League initially did go into the Conference League. I think that was the way it went. Because we were in the group. We finished first. I'm sure that's the way it went. And so, yeah, but I think Celtic fans have kind of came to the realisation, with especially like Philippe Clement at Rangers, that you can take like the Bruges manager, but you're not getting Bruges results guaranteed because it's much more of an apparatus. It's much more of a sum of the parts going on there rather than the manager. I mean, Knutson, it feels like it could be one of those operations. Which isn't a bad thing. A lot of Celtic fans believe it will be Ascu. Roberto Martinez is high in the rank, high in the betting as well. Kieran McKenna is my favourite to get it. I think he will be the one that gets it if Ipswich do not return to the Premier League. And Robbie Keane in recent days has been kind of sounding like he's been lined up for it also. Craig Bellamy post World Cup not to be ruled out being in contention either. We've been linked with a few young Polish goalies. Yeah, I remember seeing that actually. Michael, you're right. Get a great memory for this, Michael. I think it's because you're obviously all about Celtic, whereas I think you need to be across a few more teams. Some of those kind of like tier 5 rumours are easy to forget for me because it's like kids, isn't it? It's like, you know, prospects and Polish teams and Polish youth national teams and stuff. So I don't know what to do with this for now. I don't think there's any direct like, oh yeah, I can just trade this for that. 2 seconds. That's the old ball and chain. She's just checking on me. Robbie Keane at Celtic, then Spurs 2 years later. I could see it. And the thing with Robbie Keane is he won't be welcomed by Celtic fans because he worked in Israel, and I think that Ferencvaros, I think their ultra scene is like the opposite of Celtic's, to just put it like that. I don't want to get into the ins and outs of it all. So he's seen as being like a mercenary or like soulless or whatever, which is quite important to Celtic fans. That kind of thing. A lot of Celtic fans. And it looks like they're actually about to play the now against Lagerbielke's Braga. But he's won the Israeli title. This is the thing as well. I was saying this on Axom on Monday. But saying like he's won the title here and won the title there, it's a bit generous, I feel, because I think if we actually look at, is this his player profile we're going to see? Yeah, player. We don't want that. We want manager profile. Suppose, yeah, 53 matches. I suppose that's a full season. I don't know why, but I always just felt he's up to 71 matches now. Yeah, it's kind of like one season. I don't know why, but I had this thing in my head that he hadn't actually coached one of the teams that long. (127 games was his total, which across how many seasons? It's like, yeah, it's not. I'm not trying to demean it. It's actually a bit higher than what I thought it was, but 127 games across the Israeli and the Hungarian division. Israeli was there for 1 year, then 25 to now. He replaced the NYC manager at Ferencvaros, so decent kind of setup that they've had. It's had 71 matches there. Fair enough, man. Second season there, I suppose. 25, 26, and then, or yeah, appointed January. Ah, yes. So he won the league after going in there in January. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's why, yeah, so it looks better now because obviously he's been there like a year at this point, just over. So yeah, that's what it was. He won the league after being there for 6 months. So that was the part of it. I thought it's kind of generous just labeling him serial winner in that regard. I think they're on to probably win the league this year, and their Europa League record this year is mighty impressive. And I think his Europa League credentials is maybe something I think you could interview him on the basis of if he wasn't called Robbie Keane. See if this was any other guy. He'd won 2 titles back to back and then did this with Ferencvaros. I think you could go, okay, let's give this guy an interview. But I don't know, I'd like to see him like from Ferencvaros go to Braga, Genk, AZ, something like that. He's probably not going to go in, because if he goes into like a PSV or an Ajax or Benfica, then you'd probably go, oh, Celtic should have taken him. But I'd like to see, yeah, like go into that mid-step next, where it's one of those better leagues, but not one of the top teams, but a top team. And if he could still win a title and do well there and all the rest of it, then I think, yeah, he's kind of probably a stick on to get a Celtic type appointment at that stage, if not Wolves or Tottenham, who's also been linked to. Eric Ten Hag, yeah, I think that's a very smart move, very expensive, but I think that would be a very smart move. Amarim as well, I could see it, but I think he probably goes back to Portugal, to be honest. Trelowski, nice. Michael remembers the names and everything. What's this wee notification? Duo missions on K League. Don't think I'll be getting involved in that. But yeah, so not many NYC specials to go after. In Bundesliga, nobody really. Manzambi we can't get. I mean, I look at this, it's kind of. I've got plenty of defenders, really. I've got plenty of defenders. What is Van der Voort? I need a Van der Voort in Leipzig, just generally. Don't mind what collection. I'd rather last year's. Or a special in season would be fun. This floor is at like 60 quid with Pug. Fornals would go a bit towards it. What's a classic Van der Voort? Yeah, the one I want. It's up in price because he's playing now, obviously, but. What about this Leipzig collection? Is there someone else? Let's look at the collection side of things. It's normally a good way of shopping, I think, this day and age on Sorare. Go into the old sticker book. Oh yeah, we're at 3% in Leipzig, so that's quite cool. Not particularly near it anywhere else. Anyone here? It's like 35 quid. It's going to make us better. Ideally a mid or a forward. Bakayoko's back down to being quite cheap. Haidara is playing well in France. Love to see that. Oh, the Gruda guy. Yeah, the Gruda guy makes a lot of sense to me, but he's not a bot. Obviously hasn't really ran away with it yet, but that's a good one. Got 2 rewards in here. Oh, a classic Schlotterbeck. I don't think he would be that cheap, but that's something I would be most interested in. Adeyemi in season's quite cheap. Not really that exciting though. Haskell, good to see you. Who was that I just thought about there? Oh yeah, Schlotterbeck. Classic. What's a classic Schlotto these days? Woof. Woof. He's just the best man, isn't he? Should have got him. Should have got him a long time ago. That classic was going quite cheap in the summer. Freiburg, we've got Manzambi, obviously, but anyone else I'm kind of forgetting? Wow, in season Grifo's a $5. Hoffenheim guys are all quite fun. Burgers and such. Burger would be a good ad. Pavel's got a special. That's not a bad move. Burger. Wolfsburg. I like the keeper, but again, I'm not really mad for making that move happen. You have anyone else that's fun? Almost said Skov Olsen there. One of special. Is that the burger? Oh, so it is. Wow. I think that is. I won a Fornals. Going to see if Pavel trades. Great spot on the one off, by the way. That could be a good move. I'd like to see that come off. Nobody sniped me. Nobody sniped me. It's Pavel. Come on. Let's see. In case he rejects because it's Pavel. Do I have any other? I don't think I do. I think I've checked at this stuff 1,000 times recently. I'd probably throw Augusto in. He's probably the least usable guy I've kind of won recently. Again, I don't really have a Trabzonspor thing on the go. Although he does kind of open it up if I win somebody else at Lalo. Yeah, it's maybe not too available. Although he's back now. Is he playing tonight? Or this afternoon? No, he's not. Is he on the bench? Leandro Lalo, he is. He could come back. Flipping burgers. Great price on Maxi. Yeah, I think I got a good one on him. Did I get that out the pack? No, I bought that secondary market. I just seen it and bought it, 23 quid. NYC have not an easy game. Yeah, Miami. But all the Argentinians in NYC love playing against Messi. I think it's the only reason Maxi Morales came back to MLS. He went to Argentina. I think everyone expected Messi to go to News or whoever Messi's meant to go to all the time. I think it's News, isn't it? It's not Rosario. And then he went to Miami, and then Maxi was straight back to New York when Messi went to Miami. Also, didn't really work out for him at Vélez. He had some moments and all that, and obviously he still wouldn't be playing in Argentina at this age, I don't think. But yeah, I'm always reticent to buy Maxi Morales because he's so old and he does do well, right? But he doesn't do that well most of the time, and I'm just always shy on getting burned. But I've got a nice wee Maxi Morales collection. Don't I? Signature edition, vintage, and then fire. Nice cards. Play on that pitch after a midweek? I don't know. Don't know. Actually, not thought that far ahead. New York's one of those places I would expect to see Messi play, though. I think that's probably the best individual player collection I have. Because I've got plenty of Rios, but I don't think any of them are special. I remember missing out on the first season. Rio was a mid. I missed out on his jersey number right before jersey numbers became a thing. How many Tatis do I have? 6. One for every season. None of them special. None of them a good jersey number. This one's number 42, not 41. Nico is cooking. Expect heavy rotation this weekend for Miami. Yeah, it could do it. I think that probably plays into NYC's hands if it does. But I would expect Messi to play. I know he doesn't really come off the bench. He's not really that sort of situation, I don't think, is he? But I think NYC will still do well. But it's not the same as like Orlando and how bad they've been. And even the last game against Colorado, I expected them to do well. It's not the same as that. $133 last weekend. Had to bring in some in-season MLS goalkeepers. Nice. Pumped up for the weekend, Kerry. Love that. So yeah, I went with Ojeda in my main team over Wolf on the basis of Argentinians being up for playing against Messi. Essentially. We're coming on to the hour mark. I was planning on just running for this length of time. Let's see. Has Pavel come back to us? Rejected. Of course you did. Now, it would have been handy to keep that couple of quid to see what the difference is here. Let's try Santonio quickly. Because if Santonio would buy Fornals for like 30 quid, then we can just make that move happen anyway. So let's see what Santonio's given it. We'll see if we can make that move. Crafted Perea Limited. What Perea, Adriano? Let us know. See what the bot says to it. Yeah, D1 for the Sociedads. Just playing around with a wee bit of trading. Smegma. Had a few wee kicks about the market and whatever, just looking at some bits and bobs. But I won a Fornals tier 2 last night. So trying to maybe turn that into something I can use a bit better. Sent a wee offer to San Antonio. Not came back as quick as he normally does. Normally a lot quicker. He's probably just looked at floor price, hasn't he? Rather than seeing that he's actually got this listed for less. Come on, Santonio, what are you doing? Mukhtar, I'd keep that. I'd keep that. Very usable. Come on, Santonio, you're killing me here, man. Maybe have a wee peek at Basil. He's quite quick. Basil bot. Let's see what they're saying to it. Bots are at lunch. Yeah, I'm just thinking that myself, by the way. I am hankers. See, I couldn't eat this morning and everything. I am Hank Marvin myself. I know he plays for Betis, but Fornals just feels like such a Celta Vigo player. Yeah, I get that. We've got one bot back to us from their lunch. Basil. 24. That makes me kind of hopeful. Oh, Pereira from Minnesota. Oh, I'd keep that. Harry's boy. I'd keep that. This makes me optimistic that Antonio will come back where I want him to. Because Basil's normally quite lean. Let's try egg. Done all the missions. We opened a bunch of packs. Crafted a card. Glancing at midweeks and weekend lineups. Tomorrow we'll be back on to do member stuff as always. MFL, by the way, guys, as well. I've been keeping on top of the teams. Tactics have been on fire. The main team, though, I just can't win games. I just can't score goals. This is dire times. But the foundation team will not be moved. We beat top of the league. We drew with second in the league. Things have changed a bit up at the top of the table in recent weeks, but we have been kicking ass at the top. We rotated a lot against the last team and drew, and we're playing fourth tonight. So big 6-pointer to put us back into this top end contention. We've been doing well against the top end teams, so I'm hopeful for a big one of them tonight. And the academy team beat a big team last night to bring us again into this promotion little picture. So plenty of stuff to catch up with over the next day or two. So we've been a wee bit behind the 8 ball. Santonio, but not coming back to us. It's surprising. Oy, oy. Okay, what was I checking there? Pocket money. Yeah. Come on. One of you bots can get back to me. Hmm. Always frustrates me when they take so long. Yeah, that's right. I'm just thinking about. Yeah, I might just put. Oh, not Eve. Sorry. A wee. A wee. What's the change on that number? 15. 315. I like if I'm going to make a wee cheeky deposit, I like it to just round off the number, on a 0 or a 5, if possible. I know, I know. I wasn't planning on adding money to it, if at all possible. Oh no, I don't need to do that for Santonio. I don't. I need it. I don't need to do that for Pavel to ask me for money. I don't need to give them money. If you'd have seen it with the last Basil bot offer, I didn't add money into it and it came back to me. Let's just see if he does that. Yeah, I'd probably just go on with that. I know I just spent the threshold money, but I'm just counting that as the threshold money in my head, and then just imagine I bought the other guy out my own pocket. Does that make sense? So see if Pavel bites on that. A wee Wooter burger could be fun. Take him into the mix. Actually, better quickly just double check he's not broke his leg or something. Got a bad habit of doing that kind of thing. Yeah, in for the weekend as it stands. But yeah, if you look at offers sent to Basil, no money. He rejected it, and then he came back with this. You only need to add the money in if you want them to tell you, like, how much to add on to the offer to make it happen. Because they can't add money for you. It's to block people from doing counter offers and scamming you. You need to add money and you can't have added money for you. If I've said that properly. I'm quite eager to see if we can degen this over the line, but again, I hate just twisting in the wind. Pavel could just be crunching some numbers on a big gallery right now. But maybe that would help us. Maybe it would turn around and just go off accept. You never know. Citizens. Yeah, I know. German translations are. I don't know if that is. It's probably a German translation because, yeah, it is. Because it's a German website. But the translations we get on this are funny sometimes, aren't they? Burger goes into citizens. Is there any fun ones that. I think there's another couple. Bishop for Bischoff. Let's maybe look at Gladbach. Banks. I think his name is Banks. Come on, bots. Put me out of my misery here. Let's have a look at this guy. I don't think his card that I want is going to be up for sale because only two of them fucking exist now. Yeah, I hate sitting around doing nothing, waiting. Any of you bots, man, come on. Oh, hurdy-gurdy. Maybe go build a wee team for a minute. Better go close this door as well, because the kids are going to burst through here any minute on their way back from school. Bear with me. Braze is in. No Coletta car here, but he's played every bloody game recently. Yeah, the defenders has been a mare. Oh yeah, that was one thing I was kind of trying to check out as well, is Sergio Gomez defender pieces, limited classics. Yeah, I'm not sure there is any for sale. Cards on sale. No, no mids. No defenders even. What about Ruv? I've not really used Ruv in a while. Is Ruv a bot? Oh yeah, he is. Not used this guy in forever. Is it that? Oh yeah. Yeah, now you're saying that, I'm kind of nervous. Automated card trading. Yeah, if anyone's used it, let me know. I've not used it in a while, so I don't want to send it a foreign else for a Nat Goon. Get stiffed. Let's have a wee peek. So La Liga 1. Yeah, we'll go with these guys. Although collect a car. Now it just feels annoyingly dodgy again. Let's go Ramiro Gomez, because that's just the only thing we can rely on. Fix the magnification a wee bit. Then we go Ryan. Yeah, man, collect a car. Unless they get booked in the last game. Nah. He's played 5 in the bounce. Adam Buru. He's second solid. Let's do that. And then we've got Soler. Oyarzabal. Braze? Or no, let's do Braze in mid. With Oyarzabal Guedes. Egg's usually quick. Yeah, I did egg. Rob's mince says Mikey. Fair enough. Wow, actually, yeah. Ramiro is my worst keeper. Okay, sorry against Espanyol. Herrera, Osasuna. And in the first place, I had Ryan in here, didn't I? At home to Oviedo. Yeah, I'm just going to use that Aaron Buru. Top team. Captain Oyarzabal on this one. And then second team. Soria. Yeah, man, this is a real bloody nightmare. Who's meant to be... Oh, no, never mind. Maybe another Aaron Buru is something I could really bloody use. I'm going to go with collect a car, because that was my... I think he plays. I seen that one or two of those teams were just over the cap. I'm not going to tweak them. There's not really much point. For this team, I think I'll go Ramiro Gomez just to have that safe defender in there with Soler and Braze. Let's drop that Guedes for a Soler. No, I've only got 2 Solers. Got 3 Brazes. I'll start again. I'm wrecking my head here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not touching that. Got rid of my last Sociedad pieces. They're not rude. You can say that again. I feel it's turning, but it's just going to be so too little too late. And then, nah, let's go team. Yeah, this is the thing I'm wrestling with, is this annoying defender situation. Team 2, let's just do the safe thing. And then we go Soler. Guedes. Braze. That one's under cap. That'll be fine. This one is 1 point over. The Soler for, yeah, Soler for Braze. Oh yeah, that's I think what I want to do. Get that big Braze in here. Under cap anyway. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, there we go. That feels more like my team 1. And then team 2. Oyarzabal. Braze. Captain Oyarzabal. And Soria. I let a car at this team. Now I've still got Soler and Braze. And I'll play a Baron Shea with this. Oh, I've still got Guedes actually, sack that. Guedes. And Braze. Captain Braze on this one. So let's see how those three teams feel good, by the way. So, yeah, Braze, Soler, Oyarzabal, Braze, Soler, Guedes, Braze, and both of them. Defence are choppy, goalkeepers are choppy. That's sweet, right? And then we get to the last team. We'll have Herrera in there. And then who's bloody well safer out of all this? Zubeldia or John Martin? I wonder if there's any info on inside. Can help me with this mundane situation. Yeah, they've just got no Scooby-Doo clue. I'm going to pick John Martin because I just got a feeling, oh no, maybe... Yeah, let's just go with Zubeldia. I never play Zubeldia, so let's just put him in team 4. For midfield, the easy pick here is going to be Sergio Gomez, which is fine. I've still got Baranachea to use. And then the final guy. Who's the closest to the team? Sucic. Sucic. So where's my fancy Sucic? There he is. Oh, 3 of these guys are legacy mode. That's fun. The boys have been really slow the last 2 days. Was waiting 2 hours on Monday. Wow. Yeah, maybe they're busy bees. So we're going for 380 points. I think we'll do it. Friday night fun. Or curse. Let's see. But yeah, I think that's La Liga done. Don't need to mess with that. I'm still waiting on these bloody trades to be responded to. For that. Quite okay here. Maybe tweak some stuff later if we trade and whatnot. First pass on this is okay. That's okay. And then everything else is classic. I'm not really touching that till probably tomorrow. Just need all the end season stuff really ironed out. Premier League, we normally mess around with this. We've got Kelly here against Leeds. That's alright. Robbo, Ayer. Robbo doesn't play midweek. I don't know. Christian McGinn. Yeah, Barnes. I need to get rid of Barnes as well. Yeah, I need to get rid of Barnes. See what Basel is going to offer if we throw Barnes into that. Barnes. Let's see what he offers for that. Oh, that was another thing I was half thinking about was a classic Cunha. Pavel, finally. Tenner? Sit on that for a minute. I don't think that's the collection I have, is it? The Fornals, not the Fornals, the Lorente and stuff. Collections, La Liga, Rare. Athletic, yeah, it's not the, no. That's annoying. I think that's probably why I've not picked him up by now already at Rare. We had a counter from Basel too. Interesting. So we could do Barnes and Fornals. And I'd have enough cash to get the burger one-off special. Hmm. Is that the thing to really get? What difference would that make to my teams? So now mid, which just means the forwards. Yeah. Yeah, I can actually need a forward more, don't I? I've only got 3. For 3 teams that can be. Let's go back to the market again. So we've got a kind of soft budget there, don't we? 33 quid. Oh, I've got 3 quid here anyway, so get us to like 36 quid. In season rare. So what do I have here? 312. 35. 80 essentially. There we go, that'll do. Ah, the Bahoya boy turns up again. I think Frankfurt are playing one of my goalkeepers or something this weekend. Mainz, they're playing Da Costa. Gruda. Pavel has Gruda. Yes, I could get Gruda. Yeah, forwards I think to get. I could get Gruda or Bahoya. Bahoya's kind of more fun right now, but Gruda makes the most sense. What is the Gruda Leipzig sitting at? Yeah, we should be able to do that. I'm going to do that. And then we'll get this guy once the cash spills in. Awesome. I feel good about that. Just need for these cards to zip through the blockchain on their merry way to Pavel trades. A Basil bot, sorry, I beg your pardon. Maybe that's why they're slow. Maybe the whole system is a wee bit off. Yeah, let's line that Gruda up. Just swipe that. And hope he gets pictures. Hey. Uh-oh. Oh, we've lost out a wee bit of tax. A wee bit of Sorare tax has held us back. I need a flat up pound. Jesus. I need a flat out pound. We have to put like £1.10 in or something just in case of the wee fees. Ah, jimmies. Oh, they're only going to take a penny on this one. That's fine. Well, we'll have a wee crumb of change there anyway. I'm quite happy with this. He's going to play in place of Ollie Burke this weekend against Bayern. Not on the start. Typical. Yeah. Don't mind. It's not really about that. I suppose for this immediate game week. Gruda. In the gallery you get, son. But yeah, I don't mind sticking him in this team. Off the bench against Hoffenheim. There we go. I feel way better about that. Oh, Jesus, man. Look at how much of my Bundesliga is Friday night. Oh, my God. Got 26k essence in J League. Well done, Michael. You'd probably be able to get him for the fit. Yeah, I know. Just can't be bored with it. Just pay the quid. Just pay the quid. That's fun. So, I don't think that Leipzig collection had much about it, but also I won Lukeba, which is a nice piece. I had a Leipzig collection from last year as well, which I don't think it was based on a reward, actually. I think it was just I got ROM cheap, and that paid off well. I wanted these rookies. Where's my way into a wee Sesko? Let me do that at some point if it gets cheaper. And one or two other guys. Yeah, I wanted Van der Voort. First season at Leipzig, but not for now. But yeah, that's a 3% collection. It's getting a nice card added onto it. So yeah, I like that. Sadly, Cardoso's been an absolute washout so far. And there's some other wee guys I want to pick up in this. They signed this guy, Sani Slimani, in January, and Iodeli Thomas, just two wee wonder kid type guys. I want to pick up as much of these guys as I can, really. And there's no point in backing some of these teams, like Leipzig especially, is you're trying to farm out the youth kids that come in and make it. I'd say Diamandi's a bit slow too. And otherwise, yeah, that's probably me, guys. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. I think the test went well. I had to slow down my rhythm a wee bit, but we got a bit of a flow on the go there, so should be back to the systems as normal. I'll need to check in with what we're doing over the next couple of days and try and get everything back up to speed after a day and a half out the works, but there's a lot coming around the corner. And then, yeah, as I start to kind of go there, I really need to be slow. I really need to speak slow. Yay. Right, thanks everyone that's hung out with me this afternoon. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all the happy birthday messages. Thanks to everyone that supported me again on the channel. Sincerely, like, really means a lot to me doing this. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy the chat. Really enjoy all you guys. And Leipzig, we'll save that chat for another day, Rude. Don't get me started on that snobbery. Don't get me started on it. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll do tons of stuff. Got lots of catching up to do at a slower pace. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. Catch you soon.